Hello everyone. Today we are doing Theorem of Pythagoras. We can use Theorem of Pythagoras when we are having a right-angled triangle, as you can see. And then we have what we call hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side of the right-angled triangle and is directly opposite to 90-degree angle. So let's see with our diagram, we can see that we are having a capital letter A. Opposite to that capital letter A, you are having the small letter a. And then we are having capital letter B. Opposite to capital letter B, we are having small b. And then capital letter C. Opposite to capital letter C, we are having the small c. So in this case, our hypotenuse will be AB or just side C. All right, and then this is our formula. You always start with your hypotenuse. So our hypotenuse is AB. AB squared is equals to BC squared plus AC squared. That's the formula for the Theorem of Pythagoras. Or if you choose to use small letters, you can see that side AB is your C. So you can say C squared, which is your hypotenuse, equals to, instead of having BC, you can just say A squared. And then instead of having AC, you can just say B squared. You always start with your hypotenuse. All right, let's work on our example. They are telling us to calculate the length of the unknown side in the right-angled triangle. We are having side WA as well as PW. We need to calculate side PA or AP. It's up to you. So using this information, we know that we first start with our longest side and then an equal sign and then the other sides. All right, so in this case, we will have AP squared is equals to WA. So you can just say WA squared plus PW squared plus PW squared, and then you bring down AP squared is equals to, remember we are trying to calculate this unknown side because they did not give us the measurement for side AP, but we are given the measurement for WA. In this case, our WA is 60 millimeters. So you just say 60 squared plus, and then PW is equals to 11 squared. You are having 11 squared. And then you use your calculator. AP squared is equals to, you press your calculator, 60 squared plus 11 squared, we are getting 3,721. Remember, you are calculating side AP. You need to get rid of the squared. You introduce your square root to get rid of your square. What you do on your left, you also do on your right. Then you are having AP equals to, since you are having the square root, you must have plus or minus. And then the square root of 3,721 is equals to 61. And then you say, therefore, AP is positive 61. Meaning this side will be 61. This is what we calculated. All right, so let's go to our second example. Again, we need to calculate the unknown side. We can see we are given XY, which is 17 centimeters, and then XZ, which is 15 centimeters. We do not know YZ. So when we write our theorem of Pythagoras equation or formula, you know you always start with your longest side. So our longest side in this case is xy. So you will have xy squared is equals to, and then yz squared plus xz squared, which is this side. We know that side xy is 17 centimeters, so we substitute 17 when we see xy squared, and then equals to yz. It's unknown, so you just say yz squared plus your xz is 15 squared. All right, then you press your calculator. On your calculator, when you press 17 squared, we are getting 289 equals to yz squared plus, when we press 15 squared, we are getting 225. Now we need to solve for yz squared. So we must transpose 225 into our left hand side. So we bring down 289 as it is minus 225 equals to yz squared. And then 289 minus 225, we are getting 64, and then yz squared. Now we need to get rid of this square because I don't have a space. I would like to finish off on this side. So you introduce your square root. When you introduce your square root, you find the square root of 64. The square root of 64 is 8. So you will say yz is equals to plus or negative 8. And then you are having, therefore, yz is equals to 8 centimeters. So our unknown side will be 8 centimeters. Last example. We need to calculate the unknown side. In this case, we can see our unknown side is PQ, and then PR is equals to 12 and QR is 37. They did not indicate SI unit in this case. So we always start with our longest side, which is QR squared is equals to, and then PR squared plus this side, which is PQ squared. All right, side QR is equals to 37. So we substitute 37 squared equals to PR is 12. So 12 squared plus PQ squared, because PQ is unknown. And then we press our calculator. 37 squared, we are getting 1369 equals to, and then we 12 squared, it's 144 plus PQ squared. You solve for P, we need to transpose 144 into our left hand side. So you bring down 1369 as it is, and then minus 144 is equals to PQ squared. And then when we press our calculator, 1369 minus 144, you should get 1225 PQ squared. You solve for PQ, so you need to get rid of that 2 by introducing the square root. And then PQ, then the square root of 1225, it is 35, but remember you'll say plus minus 35. And then your final answer, therefore, PQ is 35. We are done calculating the value of PQ.